Are you listening? Of course I'm listening. But I don't feel like you're listening. Does that sound familiar to you? You know, sometimes arguments escalate because we're not listening to really understand. We're listening to reply. We're thinking, what will I say back? How can I disprove what they're saying? But only when we're really listening to understand can we begin to really hear what they're saying. You know, I once heard this story about a grandfather whose grandkids were coming to visit. And when they arrived, they looked at his face and they saw that he was sad. So they asked him, they said, Zaidi, what's wrong? He said, I've been looking all over the house and I can't find that watch that your bubby gave me. They said, don't worry, Zaidi, we're going to help you find it. Where'd you see it last? He said, I saw it in the garage. So all the kids run out to the garage and they're frantically searching, but nobody could find it. They come back in the house, they look at his face, they see that he's still sad. So one of the grandkids says, hold on, wait, I have an idea. He goes back out to the garage, and 10 minutes later, he comes back holding the watch. Everybody was shocked. How'd you find it? He said, I went back to the garage, and I just sat down in the middle, quietly, in total silence, without moving, without making a sound. And I listened as carefully as I possibly could until I could hear tick, tick, tick. When we really, really listen with the intent to really hear, that's when we find what we're looking for. That's when we begin to really understand the other person. You know, the most famous word in all of Judaism is Shema. When we say Shema, we don't just mean Shema to physically hear that Hashem is one, but rather to listen, to understand, and to really internalize the idea. So how can we learn to really listen? So here's an acronym that I love. It's called HEAR. The H stands for hold. Hold still. Focus your mind on their words. E, make eye contact. Look them directly in the eyes. A, actively listen. Show them you're listening by nodding, by using verbal messaging. Right, yes. And R, repeat. Repeat back what they're saying in your words. You know, the word listen and silent are the same letters. But real listening is more than just staying silent. The real secret to listening lies in what you're doing in that silence. The next time you find yourself in a heated argument, stop and try to really, really hear so that you're not just listening to respond, but you're listening to really understand.